So, episode 1 of I2DG video log. I've had a few people say to me, what do I get up to? Because I play like quite a lot of games, like obviously Infinity, Dark Age, 40k, I play everything basically, but they want to know how I basically shuffle my time. So what I do is I've decided I'm going to keep a bit of a video diary and just basically take a few snaps of what I'm on with, and that's it really. It's nothing too amazing, but yeah, I'll show you. I'll just turn my turn around. So what we've got here, so basically I'm currently working on some micro arts District 5 terrain, and what I'm doing, I've sprayed them white, what I need, not particularly good sprayed, but by the time I've weathered them and stuff, it's not really going to matter. I've applied it's like a plaster of Paris sort of stuff, which I've mixed with sand to give a bit of a snow effect. Dry brushed it with my favourite, which is the skink blue, and then what I'm doing is wash it with a bit of null oil. Now it looks a bit rough and like, oh my god, why is Dan making a mess of this terrain? But basically what I'm aiming to achieve, once I've got all this stuff in here, I wanted to give it this sort of look. So if you notice, what I'm aiming to do, I've got like a weathering on the inside, which is a bit of Reichland flesh, because basically, even though it looks a little bit snowy, I'm aiming for a bit of a chemical sands look. So the idea is this chemical wasted planet is slowly eating away at the buildings and various bits. Even like if you look at the floor, I've changed the colour slightly to make it look like it's staining the paint. Outside wise, all I've done is I've blasted a couple of corners, sprayed it black, nothing fancy, gone over with a lighter blue, and then eventually, once I've got them all finished, I'm going to do some highlighting along the edges with a white to make it a bit more, I don't know, just stand out a little bit more so you can see a bit more definition between the buildings, panels and inserts. You also notice as well, I've actually put these boards on backwards because I wanted the lines on the inside instead of on these sections, because I figure I'm going to put posters and stuff on these anyway by the time I'm done. Right, there we go. So what I've done, I've washed all the areas which eventually I want to look a little bit messed up basically. The consoles, obviously I'll touch it round when they're done, but there is going to be a bit of shadowy bits on them. All the garages, houses, I've done one, which I'll just try to dig her out. Do that one, probably underneath this one here. And what I've tried to do is I want it to look like it's blown through the window on both sides. Some of the buildings I haven't really touched, but what I'm going to do is they're going to be like the upper floor sections, so their roofs will be mucky, but the sides of the buildings won't be as bad. And that's it really. I'll show you the gantries. What I've got here is this stuff I got given off Andy. It's basically looks like a Warsaw walkway. Really nice stuff. I've had in Warsaw in the past. Once again, I've tried to keep up the sandy white look, and what I've done, sprayed a bit on. Not the best spray job in the world, but there's still a lot of work to be done on them. Blued it, highlighted it. I'll probably make some sort of connection to go on there. I want it to look like the sand was blowing onto it. It'll probably go onto there when I'm done. Connections, walkway, these are good because these all come apart in sections. Here's one I can put on the side of a building. And this here, right, this is a landing pad. So what I've done is I've doubled up. Wasn't quite sure what to do with it. And I figured, well, we could attempt a power plant of some kind. So what I'll do, get this. We'll probably end up putting something here. Get the other one. Something here. And keep them quite spread up so they're on these sort of lines here and here. And we've got quite a nice little power generator there. Now with the gantries coming off them, I suspect it'll look like quite a good little centerpiece for the board. It's not too high, quite cover blocking. I could use this in a lot of different games. Oh, this is cool as well. This is something that Chuck made. Billboard, obviously Fallout theme, which is done really clever. It's a print off with some Earthshade wash and then knackered it up. It looks brilliant. Really pleased with that. Use that in every game I can. Painting wise, so my painting little projects, I basically got this from the UK Dark Age Nationals. I can't remember her name to save the life of me, but what I've done is I've put her on a bit of a fancy base, which I've got loads of these, which I got in the Black Friday sales from Cool Mini last year. Like, that's an industrial one. There's some brick ones in there as well. Very nice, very easy to work with, and they just sit inside the deep ringed bases. And my little gill ball project for today, which hopefully I'll have her painted by the end of the day, well, most of it, probably have to do a bit of washing and dry brushing, is Rookie Egret for gill ball, and that's me. Right, so billboards, micro arts. These are really nice, but they've been a bit of a dick to glue together. I suspect what I'm probably going to have to do is, they're not really expensive, I'll probably pick up a couple of more to get around a lot of this stuff. Basically, cut a long story short, I'm a welder fabricator, I manage a steel firm. My nickname's Hammer Hands. Detailed, fiddly stuff doesn't really go together that well for me. Usually I have to hide a couple of errors. So what I'll probably do with this is, see, we've got a couple of gaps on the sides. I'll probably pull the plastic off this to show what it's meant to really look like, and fill it in with a bit of this the sandy stuff. Containers, right, so over here I must have about, I don't know, 20 of these. Went to work this yesterday morning, sprayed them up. Not an amazing job as usual. I did a test one, sprayed it up, come back over it, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give this sort of effect. So you've still got the colour changes, a few little bits I need to sort out. A little bit dusty at the minute, not the best one. There we go. Right, that's the one. So you can see it's slightly coloured, but not too much. I don't know how well these will work alongside the micro arts. Hopefully I can get a couple of plastic doorway things to go on there. Do something with the windows. Yeah. And that's really me. I shall show you a final video once I've got these. I'll do another video next week, just to show you how far I've got with them. As I say, I'm going to paint all the bases inside the buildings, similar to this, which I painted this by hand. Somebody did say to me that they thought that was a print off, which I was feeling quite smug about. And that's it really. I've got a game of gill ball later on today, so I'm going to get Egret painted, and that's me done.